Hi, Rick here from Papa Bear Racing. Today we're going to show you how to change a fuel filter on a Rochester QuadraJet carburetor. So stick around. Okay, we're out in the shop now. Let me tell you a quick couple things about the Rochester QuadraJet. It's manufactured by the Rochester division of General Motors, first appeared in 1965 in the then new 396 big block motor. It's been used continuously up until about 1990 in various platforms, Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, and of course Chevrolet. It's appeared in everything from station wagons to like my Corvette. The latter model ones are actually computer controlled. Now to change the fuel filter, it's kind of a weird one because you would normally expect a fuel filter to be in the fuel line somewhere between the gas tank and the carburetor. However, with the Rochester QuadraJet, the fuel filter is actually part of the base of the carburetor. Now that we've covered all that, let's head on out to the Corvette and remove and replace that fuel filter. Okay, here we are. There's a big nut, and I've got the 1-inch wrench on that, and I'm going to put the line wrench over the little one. I'm holding the one to make sure it doesn't move, and I'm loosening the little one with the line wrench. Once it breaks free, I'll be able to go ahead and stick my finger down there and actually do it with my finger to loosen it up. It's a pain in the butt to get the line wrench in there with all the smog equipment and everything else around it. So once you can get your fingers on there, the better off you are. Okay, so you got my big paw in here trying to get that off with my fingers. Finally get it out of the way, I can pull the line back and I can prepare it. I can go ahead and put the 1-inch socket on that big nut and get it out of there without stripping it. You can't have much of a swing with the ratchet because of all the smog equipment. So eventually what you want to do is reach down and grab the socket and spin it without moving the ratchet handle. At some point, go ahead and change back to your paws and pull it out the rest of the way. Okay, so now you can see that I'm getting the filter out of there. And of course, I got a little bit of gasoline on everything. The filter's a small little cylinder and it can only go in one way. The little rubber piece faces outwards towards you. So grab the new one and let's go ahead and put it back in by reversing exactly what we did to take it out. We put the filter in with the 1-inch nut and spin it in with our big old paws until we get it to a point where we can snug it up with the ratchet. So we put it on there and we don't want to strip it because then it would strip the base of the carburetor. So just make it snug. Twist it a few times till you feel some resistance, but don't strip it. It's very important. Okay, once we get that to where we feel good, I want you to go ahead and put the line back in. And we put that back in by using our fingers at first until we get it all the way snugged in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the line wrench on it just as soon as we get that tightened. Okay, let's see. Here comes the line wrench. Again, this is so that you don't round off the nut. You don't have much of a swing area because of all the smog equipment, at least on the Corvette. So once we get that snugged up, we're ready to go ahead and check it for leaks. So what I always like to do is I like to stick a piece of paper towel underneath the fittings and make sure that it's not leaking with the engine off. And then I like to go around to the front and go ahead and start the motor up and see if it leaks while it runs. So we got it fired up. We come back, we check for leaks. We want to make sure that there's no fuel leakage and no chance of the car catching on fire, especially my Corvette. We don't want that. Okay, so you can see there's no leaks there. That's it. See how easy that was? Okay, the takeaways from this are a couple. Number one, you make sure and use the right tools, a 1-inch socket, a 5/8" line wrench. Don't strip or round off fittings and check for leaks. It's not too hard to do, and you can do this yourself and not have to pay somebody for it.